Modern engines achieve their incredible efficiency by accurately measuring the amount of air coming into the engine and mixing the right amount of fuel to achieve optimal performance and great fuel economy. To measure that air, a mass airflow sensor is used. There's multiple kinds of mass airflow sensors, but they all have one thing in common: sensitive electronic components that need to be cleaned to accurately measure that airflow. Over time, dirt, pollen, oil, and other contaminants will build up on your mass airflow sensor and need to be cleaned off. Gumout's mass airflow sensor cleaner will effectively clean out those contaminants without damaging that sensitive electronic component. To start the service, you're going to want to put on a pair of gloves and safety glasses, and then take a look in your engine bay. So the first thing that you'll need to do is identify where the mass airflow sensor is located. It's going to be close to the air intake box before the throttle body. Finding it can be made a little bit easier by tracing the wire that will lead to the unit. Gently remove that wire and any fasteners that are holding the sensor in place. At this point, you can remove the sensor by gently lifting it out of the housing. The particular vehicle we're working with today has a blade-type mass airflow sensor. Some vehicles are equipped with a sensor that will look more like this. It's in line with the air intake hose. This one, you'll want to remove the air intake hose and remove this from the air filter box so that you can clean this on its own. For some vehicles out there, it might actually be easier to remove the whole air intake box cover, where you can access the mass airflow sensor from the side and from underneath to get your cleaning done. So you want to grab your can of Gumout mass airflow sensor cleaner, take your straw, and fully insert it into the cap. That's going to allow you to direct the flow so that you can fully clean the mass airflow sensor. Before you start spraying, make sure that no part of the can, the straw, or your hands touch the delicate sensor wiring. The formulation itself will do all the cleaning that's needed. Start spraying over a container or a receptacle that can catch any runoff, and go ahead and blast it liberally. This proven formula won't hurt the wires or the plastic. Be sure and let the sensor completely dry before reinstalling it into the vehicle. This service should be done every time you do an oil change, or at least every time you change that air filter. Cleaning this sensor is very similar. The wires are deep inside. Again, you want to make sure that no part of the can or your hand touches those wires. Just go ahead and give it a very liberal spray. Make sure to get them as clean as you can. The formula is powerful enough that you're not going to have to come in there and scrub it. If you did that, you damage the sensor anyways. Make sure it's completely clean and dry before you reinstall it onto the vehicle. This blade sensor is particularly dirty. Again, using the formula, we can blast it off and make sure you get that sensor itself very clean. Clean and dry, and you'll be ready to reinstall. Reinstallation is the reversal of removal. Again, make sure the sensor is completely dry. Put it back into the vehicle. Reinstall the fasteners. Reconnect the wiring, and you're done. Once you're done cleaning your mass airflow sensor, we recommend that you put a bottle of Gumout into the fuel tank. That'll keep your complete fuel system clean, because Gumout maintained vehicles run better and last longer when you go with Gumout.